spectacular.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I feel like I'm being transported somewhere.
Connie!
Hey, Jesse!
Hey, it's good to see you.
You too. Thought we'd have a little pokey.
I love pokey, but it's Friday. I was kind of hoping for some drinks.
You and your cocktails. You're so needy. You know what? I think we should just check out their fridge. Maybe they have something.
Fridge? We can't go in their fridge. What are you talking about?
Trust me.
All right, I'll trust you.
Welcome to my office. Welcome to San Diego's most authentic tiki bar.
It's like a cave. Where did you bring me
What?
to?
Right?
This
You
is
said you wanted a
amazing.
drink. Weren't satisfied with pokey, so. Was that warm enough for you, Jesse?
Oh, yeah.
Coming in that freezer,
Wow,
thinking
that-
you need a little fire.
That was amazing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and it looks tasty too.
It's literally getting hot
Right?
in here.
Yes,
So
it
you know
is.
Matt, right? I think the world knows Matt by
Old
now.
friend of the show, yes.
I thought I would surprise you and introduce you to another incredible place. So we're at the Grass Skirt
I'm surprised.
with the one and only Matt Spencer.
Thanks for having us.
Really nice to have you guys. Thanks for having me back.
This is great.
So we're no stranger to your other concepts. We've been to Kettner Exchange.
Firehouse.
Very close down the street, Firehouse. What made you establish the Grass Skirt and everything magnificent that it is?
You know, I have some good ideas and I have some crazy ideas. This might have fallen in that category. We had done a lot of creative concepts, and we were in Chicago doing some R&D, and we stumbled into a really cool tiki bar called 3 Dots and a Dash. And it was very over the top. It had a Disneyland vibe, but also kind of a dark vibe to it. And we thought, tiki, we could do that in San Diego.
You can. Yes, you can.
And Tiki's so big. I mean, the first time I came here, I was blown away because it is. It's like I transported, like you said, into an amusement park. And there's so many more elements that go with that here and surprises. Drinks on fire, a lot of little creative things.
Look at the food, the table alone. I mean.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the bao buns are amazing. No, but you hit on a good point. I mean, when you walk up, and I don't want to give away too many secrets, but when you walk up, it appears to be two different businesses. You know, a tiki bar with no door that you can't figure out how to get into. So you kind of poke into the next door and say, excuse me, how do I get into the tiki bar next door? And they're like, follow me. And so through the pokey shop, there is a entrance to get in here.
We love surprises, right?
Jesse was clearly surprised.
Yes, yes. But tell us about the bao buns, right?
So the bao buns are interesting. I wasn't as familiar. Our chef from Kettner Exchange is award-winning chef Brian Redzikowski, and basically we make the bao buns from scratch, and they're steam buns, and I think they take 4 to 5 hours to make. We make all of them here in-house. I think we do a Korean short rib. We have a tender belly bun, and these things just go. I jokingly call them Asian tacos because I live in San Diego, but
Yeah,
they're
that's what I call
amazing.
And your food, I mean, it's not like you just create a restaurant or a concept restaurant. You go the extra mile, and you have award-winning chefs, like you said, who create the most creative dishes.
No, I appreciate that. I mean, when we went to do this, Brian, who's our Chef Brian, who's our corporate chef, was basically like, "Oh, tiki, interesting." And he came back the next day, and he's like, he showed me this amazing menu, tried all these things, and I thought, this is way better than a tiki bar. Most tiki bars are fried food and that kind of stuff. Right. He took it to the next level with ramens, and these are the salmon cones. And I was kind of thinking like Pacific Beach, that high-end food. And basically he said to me, it's either my way or the highway. And I was like, great, we're going to Tiki Town.
Well, his way works, right? I mean, all of your other restaurants, food is amazing, drinks are amazing, and then you have the aesthetics, everything around us, the attention to detail, it's amazing.
Yeah, Jesse wants a skull, so he wants to buy your skull drink.
So how do I get one of those?
So, well, you can buy one online. But they're actually, we do a few special events where you can actually buy the skull with a drink in it, which is how I would suggest. We do sell them here. The Poke Shop next door has a small little retail area. But it's interesting, I was completely taken aback with tiki culture. Tiki culture runs deep.
That's a thing?
Yes, there's a thing here in San Diego. It's called Tiki Oasis. It's the largest sort of tiki gathering in the world, apparently. And we made, I think, 1,000 of these, and we're almost sold out already. They go so fast because it's a very big collector item kind of thing. So we'll get people. I always think it's interesting when people theme themselves for the restaurant. So people will come in for their first time at Grass Skirt and have their Hawaiian shirt on, and that kind of thing.
Yes. See, I came in just lost the first time, so I don't know what
Well, I was lost. I'm still speechless. This is amazing. But rum. Tell us about rum. You have a rum lovers club.
We do. We my mixologist and head beverage guy was like, look, you know, we can do 10 or 12 rums, or we can do 250 rums. And I thought, we're never going to sell that. But I think back to that tiki culture, it kind of gives you street cred, right? There's the, like, I'm kind of a fake tiki bar, or I'm taking this really seriously. So we have a 250 bottle rum selection, and we started to get some people that got really interested in it, kind of like, you know, tequila or mezcal. People are really getting interested in rum. And we close the restaurant down for an hour before we open. I think it's like a $200 deal. You get a special pin with like a skull. And we fly guys in from all over the world to talk about rum, the rum makers. And so you sit here at the bar, you learn a lot about rum. It's a really special thing. I thought we'd sell like 0, or I would be the only guy sitting there. We're approaching 40 people in our rum club right now.
Wow. Yeah, serious.
42 soon.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
I like that. I like that. I want one of those pins that you're wearing. I noticed it. I saw it.
We're gonna have to start talking here.
So what's cool too is that, I mean, so humble that you always think your ideas are never going to work, right? And then they explode. But you're really, truly, we've talked about this before, changing the culture of PB and what people think about it into a higher level.
That's something that hits home with me. I mean, I'm a former volleyball player, to my friends who know me really well. So I've lived here in PB a long time, and the beaches are great. Food's not always so great. And there's a handful of restaurants that are trying to make a difference in Pacific Beach. And I feel like, with us at Firehouse and here at Grass Skirt, Tower 23, the patio, there's some nice places, and it's starting to kind of turn the corner. I mean, it's not a culinary hub, but there's some oases, if you will, here in Pacific Beach now.
You're bringing that downtown vibe here, because it's all done very classy, the presentation and of course the taste.
I think people care about what they eat now. We kind of came off the Top Chef generation, and it's it needs to be farm to table. It needs to be made in-house, because people are much more sophisticated, I think, than they used to be.
And we said before, they want an experience. I don't want to come and just my food's here.
Right.
Like, what are you going to give me?
Well, all of this is an experience. That fire was an experience, right?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get inside is an experience.
Yes.
And I think too, Kenner Exchange, we're very serious. We have a great wine list and the great food. But I think it's interesting to juxtapose high-end food and fresh cocktails with fresh juice with fun.
Yes.
I've had people sitting at this kind of round thing here, and one of the scenes will go off if the drink that you got.
Yes.
And phones come out, people almost fall off this thing, and it's a whole interactive experience.
I love it because it's like, I mean, I grew up with Gilligan's Island, so I feel like I'm like, ah!
There's no way you grew up with Gilligan's Island.
I swear.
Yeah, way
Don't
too
let it fool
young.
you.
Rerun.
But it is. I love it. You created this experience. Congratulations. Do we have any surprises coming up for Grass Skirt?
Yes, for the adult kids.
There you go. This guy right there.
Yeah, post 10 o'clock, we have DJs come in and we get some dancing going on. We do a Sunday brunch, just a lot of fun. Yours truly blows a little dust off the vinyl and comes in and DJs a little bit.
I got to see that.
Marvin Gaye.
Right? That we got to see. All right, Matt, we're going to dig in. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you guys.
What
Thanks
is this
again.
one I got?
You have the Tipsy Tentacle.
Cheers
That's one of
to
our big
you
sellers.
and the Tipsy Tentacle.
Cheers.
Many more fun to come.
Great having you guys.
Thank you.
Jeff, you simply cannot talk about the San Diego lifestyle without talking about our craft beer scene.
You're right, and we're here at one of the original breweries in San Diego to meet the co-founder in a strip mall in Grantville, no less.
Sounds awesome. We're not going to get buzzed, well, maybe a little bit, but we're going to see what all the buzz is about. So let's head inside. So let's dive right into this. We have more than 150 breweries here in San Diego. We have numerous beer bars. What, in your opinion, Lee, sets this place apart?
Well, we were kind of designed originally from the get-go not to really turn anybody away. So we do feature sports on TVs. We have the NFL package that we're showing. Sunday kickoff coming right up here, right after the show probably. You know, so we're come on in, and we have breakfast on Sunday as well. We have multiple TV screens all around. We show all the games. We have a full liquor license as well. So again, if people are not into the craft beer scene, we don't turn them away. We're completely family friendly too. Kids are allowed. Unfortunately, dogs are not, unless service dogs, because we don't have a patio area. We also have an on-site food truck, what we call the kitchen, and we actually have a full restaurant here as well.
You're telling me you're a brewery with your own kitchen?
Yeah, it is. It's
That's
a crazy.
what sets you apart.
It's crazy. I know.
How many house brews, how many beers on tap? People want to know.
Well, we have a total of 50 taps. Right now, we do have 18 beers of our own on tap out of that 50. But if you take away out of that 18, but one is the seltzer. We're actually, so if you've seen maybe Truly or White Claw or something like that, we're also making our own seltzer. We're also making our own root beer, and we're also making our own kombucha. So all these things are made right here in Grantville, right on the premises. We don't really go outside of this area right here. This is us.
Yeah, Jeff, you were saying how the selection here, it's almost as if you were to take a tour up the coast and back.
I mean, they have beer from Russian River Brewing.
Right.
You can,
Pliny, we'll try to get Pliny to
Yeah.
Or Blind Pig we'll get on. We get a lot of the other local breweries as well. We support them. The craft community is truly a community in San Diego, and everybody does try to help each other out. We put on some of the local breweries as well. Some people make things that we don't make, and so it's kind of a symbiotic thing. We all kind of work together and make it work.
Well, the place is awesome, huge. You got a lot of fun. I see the games back there, like you mentioned, for the kiddos, and obviously all these TVs for sports events. But you also, I'm sure, have private events, special tastings.
We do that. We've done beer dinners in the past. We have rented out the premise for private events. People have done that. We do a lot of anniversary celebrations, retirement parties. You want to call birthday parties. I mean, we are made for large groups. So I mean, a lot of our tables are able to go together. So party of 10, party of 20, not uncommon for us on a Friday night.
Jeff, you've been a part of those groups. Tell us how you.
In fact, we've had to tone him down. It's part of it.
I'm a part of this dad's group at our kids' elementary school, and let's say we have our executive session here after the official meeting, and our group of dads gets together.
Okay, what is executive? Explain.
It's a beer drinking session, we'll call it. And so that's how I've been introduced to a lot of new beers from, because we're here, we can taste everything from all over the state and everywhere. So I've got a big introduction to the beer scene here in San Diego. Yeah. And it's a great atmosphere.
Take
good
advantage
food.
of this food, I'm sure. Yeah.
The wings are fantastic.
Yeah. Tell me more about Grantville, where we are, and kind of.
So Grantville, we're just east of Mission Valley on the other side of the 15, and this was a real industrial neighborhood. And then recently, last few years, they've been adding a lot of housing stock here, and so I'm sure your numbers are probably up with all your new neighbors that have moved in.
Yep, we definitely see a lot of new faces. I mean, a lot of these houses are in an older community, have been flipping. There's a ton of apartment action going on around here. I mean, just apartments springing up like all over the place, and not just like, 3, 4, 5 story high
pretty big, pretty slick places.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's not little. They're not little venues coming in.
Those people need to eat and drink, right?
Correct. And we're within walking distance almost of all of them, and so it's definitely become more of a central place. I think we're down to 2 breweries right now in this area. We had 3 for a while. So there have been various things opening up. There's an axe throwing place. It's just over here.
You don't want to combine that with drinking, but
yeah, we get a lot of action after the axe throwing.
I got you.
No axes allowed in here, right?
I try not to.
Okay, good.
I feel like we need to try some beer.
I'm with you.
Okay, so what do you recommend?
So probably what we're really known for are two distinct beers. Obviously, one is San Diego IPA, because it is San Diego IPA, and we've actually trademarked that. other I think you should try is our blueberry wheat.
Okay.
So our blueberry wheat has actually we've been making this for a long time, 10 to 15 years or more, probably more. And we've kind of feel like we've kind of perfected a little bit. Jeff had said that he had never tried kombucha, so this is actually our.
I can't believe
I've never heard of this.
San Diego, you've
I've never heard of this. No.
So you might want to try that,
Okay.
so you can see what you think about that.
It can surprise you at first, but
So
just
this is
prepare
our
you.
taster set. You
What
can
are
get
you drinking? We got
I got an
cheer-
IPA right
Okay,
here,
all
so
right.
I mean,
Tried and true.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
I guess we're drinking now. Who needs talk?
Oh, I like that. I do taste the blueberry. And it's not too heavy with the hops, which for me is nice.
Right.
Nice, very nice.
Told her she'd like it.
There
And
you
what do
go.
you think of?
I like it. It's different. It's new for me.
So kombucha again is our kombucha is not very high in alcohol. Ours is pretty low. Basically, kombucha is a fermented tea.
All right.
So it uses sugar and tea, and it's very probiotic. Very
right.
good for your gut.
We all know the movie Sideways. We know wine connoisseurs. I'm assuming there's beer connoisseurs as
Oh,
well.
yes.
What are they drinking when they come in here? What are they asking for?
That's the thing. They have so many varieties to try. They go all over. IPA is still #1. So there's different styles now of the IPA. Like we have a Belgian IPA, we have a regular IPA, we have a pale ale, we have a double IPA. So we have a little. IPA has kind of grown into a category.
West Coast IPA, very popular.
And
you know,
that is our San Diego IPA. Is a West Coast style.
You know, they say that hoppiness is very close to happiness here in San Diego. Would you agree?
Wow. Yes, I would agree with that.
Let's cheers to that, you guys.
Cheers
Thank
to
you.
that.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Pete
Lee.
and Jeff, for coming out. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks.
I absolutely love coming down to downtown San Diego. There's always a new restaurant, bar, and hotspot to explore. And today, Priscilla's telling me that she has the most elevated experience that San Diego has to offer. Hey, Priscilla. How are you? Great. Oh my
Nice
gosh.
seeing you.
This lobby is gorgeous.
Stunning,
It's
isn't
beautiful.
it? Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the artwork here. It's one of the best and most sophisticated hotels in San Diego, but waiting till you see the rooftop.
The rooftop? All right, perfect day for
You're
that.
in? Let's go.
I am in love with this place, right? We got to walk around a little bit, introduce us to Andaz, but now what a treat. We're on top of the largest rooftop in all of San Diego.
I know, this place is absolutely great and I love it here. And I'm so honored to introduce you to Michael, the Director of Sales and Marketing of Andaz.
Well, thanks for having us.
Oh, I'm glad you guys are here.
Not a
Excited
bad
for you
place to
see it.
work.
Yeah, it gets easy. I wish my office was up here, but you know, nonetheless, get to enjoy it all the time.
So tell us a little bit about how Andaz got started and how you became the largest rooftop bar in all of San Diego.
All right. Well, Andaz is a Hyatt branded hotel, and Hyatt purchased this back in 2010. Used to be the Ivy Hotel. A lot of people remember that name. And we just ran with it. And Andaz is Hindi for personal style. So when it comes to dress, decor, anything about the hotel, it's very unique and you won't find it anywhere else. And the very cool thing is that we support the local community artists. So all the artwork you see around the hotel is all from locals.
It's
that
beautiful.
put up here.
That's
So
fantastic.
Very cool. And then same with the breweries. Rough Draft is a partner we work with that's here. And then You and Yours is another distillery that we focus on just down the street. So
That's
we bring
awesome.
in the San Diego culture inside the hotel. So if you come down for a vacation, you get to experience everything within the hotel that San Diego has to offer.
That's
what
amazing.
and that's what's great about Andaz too, and it brings a different feeling of the lifestyle of San Diego.
Definitely.
I live in North County, so I've been here for a staycation with my husband.
Yeah, there you go. Staycation's good.
Vacation is absolutely is great, and it feels like you went on vacation. And it renews. And this place, I mean, you come here, you have the pool, the rooftop bar is so much fun. I can be here all day drinking rosé.
Right?
Please do, and tell your friends.
I will. And the restaurants here, they offer so much, and it's just close to everything in downtown.
I loved she told me about a party that she went to that was up here, and she said it was raining, but everyone was afraid to cancel, but no one did because you're the only bar that actually has an awning and everything's enclosed too.
It's amazing and a lifesaver. So rain or shine, we're able to have an event, and it's a fully retractable roof. So summertime, everything's opened up, sun comes in. But to your event, when it was downpouring, everyone was still up here having a great time because the walls come down.
We didn't even
heat comes
notice.
On. It was fantastic.
It was great. Yeah, it was so much fun that night. And it's not just that, it's your rooms are great too.
We have a few different room types, but the luxury suites are what really set this place apart. So when the Kelly family owned this, it was 2 brothers and a sister, and they each built their own specialty suite. And so one of the very cool ones that I'd like to say is on the pool deck, there's a private cabana that has a spiral staircase connecting to your suite.
Wow.
So very unique that you can't find.
That's like a brother-sister rivalry of who has the coolest suite.
Oh yeah, it was very cool to see all that come into place, and that is probably the most sought-after suite that we have. We also have a star suite, which is your typical presidential, and this is a 2-bedroom suite, 2 showers with 7 shower heads and king bunk beds. So talk about a very unique, fun room to be in. That's the place you want to be.
An adult party, right?
An adult party.
Or a very lucky kid, whichever one.
Well, let's go with the adult party. Okay. Focus on that demographic.
When I'm here on the rooftop, it's either during the day or at night, it feels like you're in New York.
Yeah.
Everyone's dressed up, everyone looks beautiful, happy, and the energy is different.
Of course.
Yes.
You give people a reason to be here.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love that.
You do.
It is fun. I mean, to be in North County, it's a bit of a drive, right, to get to downtown. And so if you can find a place where you can have a staycation, enjoy everything that San Diego downtown has to offer in one spot, and you're still close to all sorts of restaurants, Petco Park, the museums. I mean, it is just right in the heart of everything, which we love.
You need many staycations to do everything there is to offer in downtown. And you do, like I said, San Diego and downtown, you're so close to the airport, so there are people coming and going, but you also very much have programs too that cater to the community locally, and I love that.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
It is fun. I think bringing that, especially the art experience, is something big for Ondas, to see the locals come out and put their artwork in here and everyone appreciate it. Every single guest room, the hallways, the artwork behind the bars in the restaurant, it's all there for enjoyment. And a lot of these artists have galleries just down the street from us.
That is so cool.
So
I love it.
very cool to see that.
It is. And your beers too are all local, aren't they? Or the majority?
Yeah, majority is all local.
Okay.
Rough Draft is a partner where when you check in, we actually offer you a complimentary beer or wine, and Rough Draft is the donator of that, which is fantastic.
I'm staying in the wrong hotel. Okay. That's all
The check-in experience is incredible, right? Who gets a beer when you get in line?
Definitely.
And then something new, 32 North we've been partnering with, they've actually created an Ondas beer, which is a hazy IPA that we just got on Wednesday, and they designed a can for us, and we just started selling yesterday.
That is
so very excited for this to go.
Excited.
It's going to be cool. It's, again, partnering with the local brewery and then putting our little flair on it with the design and, something fun to talk about and push out to our locals.
Well, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
We're going to stay a little bit longer because we
Thank you
love it
for
here.
having. I'm so glad you guys are here to experience this, so thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy,
ladies.
Wow.
Isn't this fun?
Oh my gosh, this is incredible, right?
Cheers.
Cheers to being on the coolest rooftop and the biggest rooftop
And the biggest
bar.
rooftop in San Diego.